Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Rayyn Derya Anthares and I'm from SMAIT Buahati, and I agree with the motion that the House would disallow the practice of instantaneously naturalizing foreign athletes to serve on the national sports team. This is why I'm disagree to the House to disallow the practice of nationalized players, and because this is really concerning. Okay, and also this is very bad for the quality of our local players. If we keep just bringing new nationalized players, then our quality local players is going to be bad. Yeah, and some of the natural players haven't got the enough spirit that our local players have, because our local players are born and bred in this country like the naturalized players, and the reasons is quite bad. I mean, quite questionable for nationalized players, because nationalized players can being naturalized for one or two reasons, and the reasons is to guarantee being in a national team, because they think that to be in a national team of their original country is quite impossible, because the competition is just too big for them. And based on the data from PSSE, there are 33 names of nationalized players in this country right now, and most of them are far from Europe, and this explains a lot with the reason that I told before, that they are searching for a guaranteed national team rather than work hard for it, and they can get a lot of money from endorsement. It's just too much for nationalized players to just being nationalized. Just really concerning. And not only from football standpoint and a basketball standpoint, from and in the data from jawapost.com, 40% of our national basketball team is filled with naturalized players. This is just too much for nationalized players to be in a national team. For me personally, the max amount of nationalized players in a national team is at least 10% or below, and the rest of it we can fill it with veteran players, a good quality players, and a young player to fill that gap as well. And not only that, sometimes naturalized players aren't better than our local players. Sometimes they can even play worse. This is just really concerning for a bad quality players that are being thrown out. Their names just thrown out because of the naturalized players who had more pride, who had more names in it, like popularity. And then instead of naturalizing players, we can improve our homegrown talents, searching for natural talented players. In this country we have so much area we have never searched for talent before. You can see that, and you just have to search, go thoroughly, and then also it's really good for our future. It's important to look for the future. Okay, so we can just trust the process rather than just choosing an instant way to get glory, and this is just not right. This is just delusional. And then rather naturalizing players, we can send our young talents to go somewhere else to learn, to develop their talents even more, to get the ability that our local players doesn't get, our local player don't get in this country, especially in this league, in the basketball, football, and all that. We can learn from that. They can learn from that. They can get the capability that the other players have rather than nationalized players. And also, the governor had to realize that so many young talents are stopped to pursue their careers because of nationalized players, and that is why they have to lessen the amount of naturalized players, and especially to pick in a national team. It's just different, so much different, and that is why we have to stop doing that. And so local players have to be prioritized more than the foreign players that are being nationalized. Thank you.